and welcome to episode number 55 of Creating a Legend. I am the FM Novice. Join me today as we start season number 7. As always at the start of the season, we start with some players going out. First going out is Stanislav Kluchik. He was a backup central midfielder, spent last season on loan at Balkany Zorya in the first division. The fact that I've got £100,000 for him plus 25% of his next fee shows that our reputation is increasing, because this guy is not worth a penny. This next one is a deal that makes me very, very happy, but slightly sad in the same respect as well. Karol Ilyas has moved on, gone to LA Galaxy for £3.4 million. He was in his last year of his contract and he wanted a huge amount of money that we could nowhere near afford. So I offered him out to see who bit, and LA Galaxy bit for £3.4 million, which is the maximum we can get for a player, because that was his release clause. So we've actually now got money. It's amazing. I'll show you the finances in a moment, but to actually have some money is a fantastic place to be after nearly 7 seasons in the Ukraine. But it's meant that we do have to replace Karol. Mykola Musolutin comes in on a free transfer. He looks a very good player indeed. Naturally an attacking midfielder player, but central midfielder he can do a good job. Comes in from Tournaments, where he was released at the end of last season. A very talented player. I've got high hopes for this guy. He's only 24 years old as well. Denis Yanikov is a rarity for me. He's a player who's actually a natural in a position I've got. An inverted winger on the left hand side, 24 years old, comes in from Dynamo Kiev on a free transfer. Lovely physicals, lovely potential. This guy will hopefully be a very, very, very good player for me. Another young guy, this guy Maxim Vassiliev, comes in, 17 years old, from UFC Dnipro, one of the feeder clubs for Dnipro, strangely enough. He is a central defender, potential 4-star ability player, some nice mentals, okay, physicals, technicals he struggles with, but let's see how he does. He's only 17 years old. Jan Voronin is a central midfielder, probably more natural as an attacking midfielder, but we're playing in the central. He comes in from Dynamo Kiev, another one from Kiev. He's a 4-star potential midfielder. It could be a very decent player for us. And Dmitro Klutz is another central midfielder. We've gone heavy on the central midfielders. We sold 1 and we brought in 3. So that gives us a little bit more depth. This guy, 3-star current ability, 3-star potential, 27 years old. Probably not going to improve, but more than good enough to get into our first team. And he is a natural central midfielder. Other transfers all around loans. So Lennart Bolin has gone out on loan for £3 a month for him, which is pretty nice. Stanislav Maximov gone on loan to Birkenau, who are in the first division. And we've sent a couple of loans out to our feeder clubs as well. Check that balance out. £2.3 million in credit. Unbelievable what one signing can do. We've also got a fantastic transfer budget. We're not going to get anywhere near spending that. And our wage budget is now 50 grand a week, and we are spending £31 a week. So there's a huge amount of scope to increase that. Ironically, now we could afford to give Ilyas the wage bill he wanted, but we wouldn't have been able to do that if we hadn't sold him. So happy that he's moved on, happy that we now have money, and happy that we can actually do something to improve the club. So I have been busy. I have asked for an improvement in the data analysis facilities, as it looked cheap. Improvement in the training facilities, which will be finished some point next year. I can't get a new stadium at the moment because it wasn't an option, and I have improved our youth recruitment, so now we are going for fairly basic youth recruitment. So I'm trying to improve every aspect of the club. Now we have a little bit of cash. So the team for today's game is Saranovsky in goal, making his debut. A back four of Miganov, Moravsky, Kuvchenko and Gelchik as a decent back four for me. Chernik from the right hand side, Kogut, Tantigovsky and Masotin in the middle, with Gutsalik on the left, Bezbudenko up front. You don't get a worse start in this league than Shakhtar Donetsk. Chernik on now on the ball. Inside to Kogut. Looking for a good start here. Kogut finds Bezbudenko. Finds Muslin. Muslin, shoot, saved! Cleared away. That would have been a fantastic start to the game, but we failed to make that chance count. Did the league double over Shakhtar last season, but that is in the past. It's all about what happens this season. Throw in. Bernard now on the ball. Drives forward. He's got pace, that boy. Pensardi. Bernard now. Gets it in across. Headed away by Moravsky. Kogut clears it away as well, but they will get the ball back. Another check. Looks for options. Deep ball into the big stick. Pensardi is free, and Pensardi scores the opening goal for Shakhtar Donetsk. 20 minutes gone. Gelios 0, Shakhtar 1. We cleared the ball away nicely, but weren't quick enough out to the play. Had lots of time, flicked into the back post, and Pansardi just had a free header and made it 1-0 to Bernard. Looks to drive, plays to Bern, Pansardi, Guilherme. Shoots from distance, but that is well wide. I think Marcos Guilherme, I've pronounced him differently every time he's played against us. Moving off defensive and into counter to see if we can create a few more chances. Rakitic is on the ball. Plays it across field ball. And Lukashek gets the ball. Mounted to Seri. Now Fred. Guilherme. To Fred. Back sick. Ball in. Headed away. Cleared away. But not cleared away properly. Bernard now on the ball. Bernard's got plenty of time. It's 2-0 to Shakhtar before half time. Not the opening game we had in mind. They finished second last season. We finished third. So it should have been a closer game. But we haven't started in this game really. And Bernard is clinical and puts them 2-0 up. But there's a highlight straight away. Tanskovsky, Muravsky, Kochenko. Down to Gelchik. This will either be a third for them or 2-1. Good Salik. Given away, it's going to be 3-0. Pansardi drives forward. No one chasing him back. Shoots, but saved by Tanskovsky. Got away with that one. Bernard now. Please, let's get to half-time at 2-0. Pansardi. Ball over the top. Seri. Seri shoots. And it's saved by Tanskovsky. Gelchik will let get the ball away. Half-time score. 2-0 to Shakhtar. This is not going well. We're going to get into the boys. Give him a right kicking up the backside. And going to make a change. Yanikov is going to come on for Salik. And that's really all I want to do at this stage. I am trying my bestest to make sure that the academy players that are coming through get as much game time as I can. Chernik is a graduate and Mikhailov is a graduate as well. They're really the only two players that are anywhere near capable of getting into our first team squad. And Mikhailov is very much a outsider for that title. Going to make another change after move to standard, which is how we normally play. Neki is going to come on for Bezbarenko to see if we can somehow get some leverage back in this game. Let's take it back to his own keeper. Long over the top, headed back down. Muselin, Plotnekic finds Muselin, shoots, saved on the line by the goalkeeper. We've had a couple of half chances in this game. We could have. Muselin is playing very, very badly. I know he's just missed that chance. I'm not going to give him another opportunity to regress the balance. He's going to come off. Koryakin is going to come on. Not the debut he probably had in mind. However, he'll have more than a few opportunities to get back on an even keel. Kogot, long, Miganov, long ball over the top. Chernik is in. Chernik's off the bar. Oh, we'd have done with that going in, but it didn't, and we're into the final couple of minutes of this game. It's going to be a defeat on the opening day, which I'm a little bit frustrated that we haven't been able to beat Shakhtar. You can get a draw against Shakhtar, but we've come up against a better side. They've been a bit more clinical, and we'll have to dust ourselves down and make sure we can get back into the season and make sure we go on a decent unbeaten run. So, full-time score there, Gelios 0, Shakhtar 2. A defeat to open the season. Hopefully the next episode will be a little bit more positive as we can bounce back and go on a little bit of run of form. That's the hope. Find out if it happens. I've been the FM Novice. You've been the audience. We'll talk again soon.